Welcome to another video in my series, Brief Babbles. These super short videos are aimed at touching on smaller and more creative ideas or vehicles from history. Whether they are so obscure that there is not much known about them, or they did not make much of an impact in the grand scheme of things, every wacky and out there design deserves at least a little bit of recognition. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoy, and comment about ideas for future videos. Getting into today's topic, why use coastal vessels to launch torpedoes in and around islands when you could just use a super small boat instead? Or, even better, why not use a tank? That's the question the Japanese asked when they designed the Type 4 Ka Tsu. The special Type 4 Ka Tsu was designed with the Solomon Islands campaign in mind, as a versatile amphibious tractor of large capacity. It was also usable as a landing craft and supply carrier carried on the deck of submarines. But this imposed a perfect sealing of the final drives and engine compartment, capable of sustaining deep water pressure. The whole idea of a supply carrier, which came as a priority in 1943, was to avoid detection of the ever-present U.S. submarine wolf packs, which operated in the same way German U-boats did in the Atlantic, and with the same success. They contributed much more to the starvation and lack of vital supplies for every Japanese garrison in the Pacific than all the air attacks combined. Any naval vessel was at risk. Therefore, the need of supply submarines was made ever more important. The Ka Tsu registered naturally itself as a concrete solution to the problem, in a quick and efficient way. A surfaced sub loaded with cargo would have taken hours to unload, exposing it and its crew to American spotters at any moment. The design was under responsibility of Commander Hori Matayoshi of the Kura Naval Yard. The first prototype was completed in the fall of 1943, but the trials ended in March 1944. The Ka Tsu was a large vehicle, 11 meters in length, 4 meters in width, and 2 meters in height, weighing 16 tons. It was propelled by a gasoline engine in a watertight pressure box, sealed along with the electrical final drives, delivering an output of 62 horsepower. To reduce the stress on the engine and at the same time provide buoyancy, the Ka Tsu was completely unarmored, except a few plates to protect the crew. The crew of 5 was located in the front part of the vehicle, with the driver and co-driver/commander seated side by side in the front compartment. Both had a folding armored windshield and a sight slit, plus a small cabin right behind where the man could stand, for observation or to use a standard machine gun, and a second gunner which could use 2 pintle-mounted heavy 13mm Type 2 machine guns, one on each side. But its main purpose had changed in the meantime, and the Ka Tsus were modified to deliver 2 of the 1-ton standard naval 45cm Type 91 torpedoes. These were notorious for being faster and with a more massive explosive charge than Allied torpedoes. The mobility on land was reduced due to the length and weight of the vehicle. It could perhaps reach 15 to 20 kilometers per hour on land and 5 knots at sea, with the help of 2 rear propellers and the boat-like hull shape. When the Ka Tsu production run was finished, they were completed as torpedo carriers, in order to attack the U.S. fleet in well-guarded atolls, such as Ulithi. 5 IJN submarines were modified to carry 2 vehicles each. However, the numerous deficiencies of the Ka Tsu were pointed out in preparation of Operation U-Go, the attack on the Majuro Atoll, which never took place. The major issues included the sheer weight of the top-mounted torpedoes, combined with the largely empty hull, which caused major stability issues. The severely underpowered engine and the time needed to unseal the watertight engine covers also complicated things. All in all, this vehicle never saw real combat and was taken out of service relatively quickly. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy, think about checking out some of the other content above. Or don't, if you're lame. Well, see you in the next one.